the winners. And we just saw the vanquished, Graham Corns. A sad day for Corns, but my word, his record really is tremendous. And Mike Noonan now, after 7 years as coach, finally the premiership that he's worked so hard for. Now there's Mark Aston down there. He's trying to grab Mike Noonan for an interview. It's a bit chaotic down there though, but we're standing by in case he can get hold of the coach or one of the players there for a brief word. Jubilation as Sanders embraces the coach, Noonan.
Well, the reward for consistency for Noonan, refused to change the style, toughened up the approach a little, and look at that face.
There's Michael Noonan, victorious. And here's Mark Aston having a word with him.
I know you want to spend all the time with your players, but what a fantastic way to beat Glenelg after 2 years of disappointment for you.
Well, we reconstructed a lot of things at the end of last year, and it's just so pleasing to see the way they went about it, and they met everything, and I think they've put to rest any monkeys or bogies or gorillas or whatever.
Thank you, Michael, very much. Enjoy your night.
Yes, I'm sure there's no doubt about that. Michael Noonan will have an absolute ball tonight, and I think the celebrations could go on for quite a while yet, although, of course, pre-season training will start, I guess, in a month from now. David Tiller, Paul Arnold, and it's going to be interesting to see who in fact has won the Jack Oatey medal, and John Riley there. He's not really as old as he looks, he's only 29, but this could well be his final game. Max Bashir down there about to make the presentation of the Thomas Seymour Hill Cup. And it will be gleefully received by Darryl Hart. Bonus premiership for him.
I have to make today is to the Jack Oatey medalist for the best player on the ground today. Has been won by Mike Parsons. Mike Parsons,
a few boos in the crowd, but I don't think it could go to a more deserving player. Michael Parsons, the Jack Oatey medalist for 1987, and what a tremendous effort by a man who's had to work so hard on his game.
It's really nice to win one at last. Thanks for a great game to Glenelg, I guess. God, I don't really know what to say. It's just really good to win. Thanks to the boys, and I think our win today is just a reflection of Michael Noonan's coaching. They say intelligence is the ability to learn from your mistakes. He sat down, he learnt, he knew we couldn't lose last 2 years because we weren't trying, and he come out with a pattern today, and have a look at the scoreboard.
Michael Parsons, the Goliath, paying a big compliment to young David. He really is a huge man, Mike Parsons, and not so huge the coach Mike Noonan, but together they've created a great, memorable victory for the Roosters. Darryl Hart being called forward now to accept the Thomas Seymour Hill Trophy as the representative of the Premier Club in South Australian football for 1987.
Congratulations on a wonderful effort, and stop arguing who's going to make the speeches. You'll both make one. Now you speak first.
So there.
Darryl Hart, noticeably limping coming up to the podium there to receive that cup, came off the ground, went back on in the last 5 minutes, I'm sure only to be there at the final siren tone.
They know how they feel. I'm sure they know how we're feeling at the moment. And hopefully we can do it again next year. And I'd just like to thank the boys because they're the greatest bunch of guys I've ever known, and it's the greatest football club. And if the coach had helped me, I think both of us should bring this up.
I now ask Michael Noonan to say a few words. Thank you, Michael.
And commiserations to the Glenelg Football Club. Believe me, we know exactly how you feel. We've had something on our back for a couple of years. It's now gone.
Ah, that's the monkey.
With my deepest respect to the 20 boys that have represented a club and stood for something today, and they've created the future for themselves, my deepest respect, boys.
Yeah, sport's a great evener, isn't it? Because North Adelaide in that losing position for 2 years, but look at them now, Darryl Hart and Mike Noonan, captain and coach respectively, and the cup they've worked so hard for. Taking pride of place at Prospect Oval for the next 12 months. If Mike Noonan has his way, it'll be for much longer than that.
On that knee injury of Darryl Hart, he's really had to combat that during the year. He missed a couple of games on odd occasions trying to rest it, but he really has had a big heart and probably has been the biggest ball getter throughout the season for the Roosters.
And of course this completes a big treble for the club. The first time since Port Adelaide in 1980 they've got the treble, the Magarey medalist, the leading goal kicker and the premiership. And that of course is Andrew Jarman, John Roberts and the North Adelaide team. And Mark Aston is still down there among the crowd. But he did have Andrew Jarman there, but I think Andrew Jarman's decided to go and join them for a lap of honour, and you can't blame him for that.